Good evening. Welcome to week 3 to 4 of the vlog, and here is your personal quote. Inspirational quote. That's going to trip me up a lot. Here's your inspirational quote for this week's vlog. An unfocused mind is an unhappy mind. I didn't make this quote up. I read this one while I was decluttering storage space in this laptop to be able to record these videos. I'm still working on clearing space in my iPhone. I promise I will get better, cleaner videos soon. But I came across that from when I was in the first semester of my first year at this college. I did note-taking practice, or I was assigned to a certain academic strategies class because my grades were dropping, and they had us do this exercise where we would watch a video and practice different note-taking methods. And that quote just stuck out to me. I think it was a word-for-word quote from the video that I watched. It was on like brain power and the ways we can focus. This college really hammers into its methods, lessons, whatever. But yeah, I haven't been super duper successful with my goals about decluttering and reading. I mean, I've done both of them, but not to a super satisfying level. So far, I've managed to declutter a lot of space, especially of that Maryland trip that I was talking about in the last vlog. But and I managed to read a decent bit of the Star Wars books and like narrow down the sections that mention Old Lightsabers combat, but I only really got around to reading one of the books, and I'm having to read a whole lot for my other classes. And so I think I gotta catch up on that first. But everything's a very slow work in progress, so I'm gonna redirect my focus a little bit. I'm going to organize these into short-term goals and long-term goals. I think decluttering and reading are going to be very much long-term goals because I can pretty much do that any amount, anytime. I'm hoping this lighting isn't too weird on my brow, but what was I saying? Oh yeah. Those are going to be long-term goals. The short-term goals are going to be things that I try and learn kind of quickly. And I'm going to challenge myself to learn something quickly this week, which is the interior electronics of these lightsabers. So having recently used these, I think I may have solidified a partner for this club, and I was just practicing dueling with him. I wish I got some footage of that, but very rough practice. And this lightsaber right here turns out worked just fine until I had tried to shut it off before it makes the loud sound that indicates it shuts off. And I messed with the interior mechanics a little bit too much, and now it no longer works. And it also slides out too easily, so I gotta reinstall the screws. But yeah, if I can get these to work again, that will already off the bat be saving me so much money down the road and so much time, because I do plan on buying a lot of lightsabers for this club, and obviously the school can provide a budget for it, but I also just miss having ones that work. I really love to practice with some lightsabers that light up, and so I don't have to rely on these too much, but it'll just be nice. So yeah, that is my goal for this week. These responsibilities are really weighing on me now. Responsibilities for the club and the classes, and the two big burdens that I am carrying with me around campus, if you've seen them. One of which I can talk about. It is this giant solid waste trash bag that I'm carrying around with me for my sustainability class to raise awareness about solid waste generation. and another one which I can't talk about. But that's going really well so far too. I've brought back one regular habit which has helped me, which is making what I like to call the study pot. I'm here in the 5th floor lounge of my college building, my dorm residence building. We have a stove just here off camera, and I like to just make a really big pot of tea and drink and stay awake while I study. I'm not going to be able to drink a lot of caffeinated beverages, so I'll try and switch to water. But I can't drink a lot of caffeinated beverages because of my 8 a.m. dance, which that has been successful so far. I'm trying to get this all out in one video, so it's still a work in progress to find all the right words, but shoot. What was I even talking about? Hang on. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, getting into the regular habit of going to bed early and waking up early, I've made decent progress with. I'm still not perfect, but yeah, I've been doing good. Turns out just getting ready for bed on time and not letting yourself keep working until like 1 a.m., it actually really works well. So, good habits are powerful. Good habits are very, very powerful. It's a shame I can never get them to last, but that's another thing I'm going to try and tackle with this whole New Year's resolution. This tea was from a very bad batch that I made yesterday. I'm going to work on this as well as my schoolwork. We just had a couple days off due to the snowstorm. If you're watching this in January 2026, or sometime shortly afterwards, you probably understand there's a huge snowstorm going on right now, and classes have been canceled until tomorrow. And it's expected to snow later this week, so maybe we'll get more time, but it is up to me to use that time wisely, which I haven't been really doing that much. So I'll get on that. And yeah, I know as long as I stick to it and believe in myself, I can be strong, and so can you, and so can we. I think that is the official send-off now, these vlogs. That's all for this week. I'll see you next week. Stay strong, stay cool. See you later. Good night. I'm tired again.